Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing my top 5 favorites in each category of makeup, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. But first I want you to hit that subscribe button and then the little button beside it, which is a bell icon. That is the notification button, so you get notifications for all my uploads. And then go into the description box and find my information for my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you've got, and follow me on there. They're all linked there, or if you would just rather, it's just Kealey's Beauty on every platform. And so let's just get straight into this. Because they're the biggest and they're sitting on my lap right now, we are going to start with the eyeshadow palettes. Just a warning, there are going to be Jeffree Star products in here. I do not support the brand anymore, but this is what I do own and this is what I do love. So they are going to be mentioned, but I'm not buying from the brand as of right now. Could that change in the future? I don't see it happening, but I never say never. So we're gonna start that off with Blood Sugar. This is probably one of my oldest palettes. It's definitely one of my most used. It's the only one with a pan in it. As you can see, we hit pan and coma. This has the purples that I love and also some red and nude tones. I think it's the formula obviously is phenomenal, but yeah, so that's there. And then next would be the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1 palette. This is a gorgeous color scheme, concept, everything. Like, this is top tier. The mattes blend beautifully. I don't get a lot of use out of the sequin row. And you know what? It's very different. It has every formula in it. Like, it's not just a random, it's not just a regular palette. And I really like that Tati came out with this and made it different than what's on the market. And then we're gonna go into my Natasha Denona Love palette. I hate that this is limited edition. It's got those pinky purpley tones that, again, I love. And the cream to matte formula, or the cream to powder formula, is stunning. I love that formula. It has some amazing shimmers like Blind and Giving. But the mattes are what like really get me in Natasha Denona palettes. They blend, they're pigmented, they're gorgeous. They're worth the money in these smaller palettes because they're only $65 US. Canadian, they're like 80, but like we're not gonna talk about that. And then the next is from one of my favorite brands, ABH. It is the Jackie Aina collab. This did not get the attention it deserved, but if you see any influencer who picked this up, they love it, and there's a reason. But I love the duochrome sponsored. Oh, I got it right. It's a green to brown duochrome. The mattes are the regular ABH mattes. The color selection is gorgeous. I have huge dips in all the colors. I love this palette, and I wish that it got the hype that it deserved and that Jackie Aina deserved for it. And then lastly, the palettes of my top 5 favorite would be the Be Perfect and Stacey Marie MUA Carnival 2 palette. This one has such a gorgeous color selection. I am a fan, as you can see, of bigger palettes. 18 shades, sweet spot. This is a little big still, but the color selections are good. See, right here you have your oranges, your pinkies, your reddy tones, and then here you have some cool tones, some greens, blues, and then you have your warm and cool neutrals over here, and then some face highlighters I don't use. And the formula on this is absolutely phenomenal. It is fantastic. So that'd be my 5th. There was no order to those. They're just stacked on my lap, but they're fantastic. If you can pick them up, I would, especially this Jackie Aina palette. because it is not going to be stocked forever. It will be discontinued at some point. And then next we're going to go into blush. Again, no particular order on these 5. We're going to start with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Quad in the Ghost Edition. You can no longer get this, but if you did, you should use it more. These are pigmented without being too pigmented. They're buildable. They blend gorgeously, like so effortlessly. And they've just got quite a good formula. And then the next also has a highlighter in it, but I like this for the blushes. Again, another Natasha Denona product. It is the Love palette. First off, the packaging is gorgeous, and I won't talk about packaging a lot in this because I don't care about packaging that much. It's nice when a product has nice packaging, but I don't give it dings on if the packaging is ugly, unless it's like, you know, Pat McGrath prices. But the cream blush is so lightly pigmented, which is nice because then I like to layer these two, which I get a nice blush combo. So this is also definitely worth it. I use it a ton when it's in my rotation. And yeah, it's a nice shade too. It's like a really nice pinky color. And then I like this formula overall, but this shade, because it's, I think, one of the only shimmer blushes ColourPop has. I like the Super Shock blushes in the shade Drop of a Hat. It's got this, it's like Orgasm Shift, you know, like how Orgasm has that gold shift, except this is a bit of a deeper blush. It's gorgeous. I can't believe I didn't pick this up when the Whatever palette released, but I got it now, so I'm really, really happy about this. In general, the formula is so pigmented and blendable without being like, you know, you've got a bunch on your cheek and now you can't do anything with it. So this is another favorite. And then this one is kind of from an, well, it is from an indie brand, and it's not talked about enough. It's one of the only blushes I've hit pan on. It is the Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio in the shade Light to Medium. Or no, it's Fair Light. I haven't seen this one on their website. They do have the deep one, but I haven't seen this one even on the website. So I don't know. But if you look closely, you can see the pan in there. These are a great arrangement of peachy blushes, which is personally my favorite color. The formula is so gorgeous. I like to mix all 3 around and just plop it on. So yeah, I definitely love this. And if you can, go get it. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. And it's one of the only good products BoxyCharm gave. And then next is a bit of a new product to my collection and in general. It's the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. First off, this packaging, again, I know I said I wouldn't mention packaging a bunch, but like, come on. It's gorgeous. And then the blushes inside. He did a good job making sure that every skin tone had a blush. Now, if you're light, you can use the deep shades. I don't know why people say they can't. I can just fine, and I'm like the fairest of everything. You just gotta go with a light hand or dip into this light shade and mix, and it's gorgeous. This light shade is a little light for me, which is why I like to mix it, but it's a gorgeous baby pink. Soleil is my favorite. It is the glowy blush. Can we see a theme here? I like to glow. The formula is gorgeous. Good pigmentation. Love it. If you can, when it restocks, pick it up. And for like 35 bucks US, this is not bad price. Okay, we're gonna jump around. There's no order of these products. They're just kind of like what's sitting in front of me. So we're gonna go into lip products, and I could not pick just 5. I tried, but I have so many different formulas and I didn't have enough of like certain formulas to do 5, so I just picked my favorites. So I think we're gonna start with glosses. So gloss wise, I have 4 favorites. Again, we're gonna mention Jeffree Star. I really like his gloss formula. This one is in the shade Peach. It is a gorgeous peachy with a gold reflect. I think she's gorgeous. I think she looks so gorgeous on every look I do. Then is my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the mini of the shade Fussy. It's a gorgeous, slightly pink sheen. The formula is a little stickier than the other glosses I'm going to mention today, but it's still like really gorgeous. And it's not like your mouth is going to stick together, it's just slightly stickier. And then the next is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. This is lightly pigmented, but it is gorgeous. The other two are quite sheer, but this one has a bit more pigment to it. It's one that I wear just by itself, and it's a nice deeper gloss on me and a nice nude gloss on people with deeper skin tones. I think it's really pretty. And then lastly, surprise, we've got more Natasha Denona. She just came out with this formula, the Lipophoria formula, when she released her Love collection. And I hope she never gets rid of this formula because it is her best lip formula by far. They are highly pigmented. They are like a lip balm. This one is in the shade Mauve. Nude is like lighter than me, so I don't have that one anymore, but this formula is gorgeous. It's pigmented, it's glossy, it stays, it's, you know, it is the thing that got me into wearing glasses again. And then liquid lipstick wise, we actually have 5 because I'm good like that. But so first we have the NYX soft matte formula. This formula is gorgeous. I have this shade in the shade Canes, I think. It's a gorgeous pinky nude on me. It's a really comfortable formula, so your lips don't get super dry, but it is not stay proof. If you have a drink, it'll transfer into the straw, but I think it's pretty good still. Okay, and then these two are kind of dupes of each other. So this is my all-time favorite Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. I love the formula of all of his liquid lipsticks, but this one especially. And the color is a nice pinky cool tone nude. This mannequin, as you can see, I've used it so much that all of the wearing has written off and I am almost out of it. I'm going to be really sad when I am because I am not repurchasing it for now. So that makes me really sad, but whatever. Anyways, it's a good formula. It is matte and transfer proof, but it also isn't like, it doesn't dry your lips out, you know, where you're crusty and dusty. Yeah, no. But a close dupe to it would be Estate Cosmetics Wet Matte in the shade Treat. I got this in PR. I do have a code with Estate. It's KEALEY. It will take a % off your order, and I do earn a small commission from it. So don't feel free to like use my code. But if you want this and you're not supporting Jeffree Star Cosmetics and you're like me and you like the shade Mannequin, this is a close shade match. So I just swatched them both, and as you can see, this is Mannequin. It is a little lighter than this one, but once they dry down, they end up looking pretty much the same. This formula is a little drier on your lips, but it's not so much that it's like uncomfortable, especially if you use a lip treatment underneath before you put it on, then it's really good. And then we have ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick. I love these. This one specifically is in this shade Times Square. I think it's a gorgeous nude. It kind of resembles every other nude I got. Oh, I lied. I totally have 6. So the next one is the Maybelline 24-Hour Lipstick Color. Everyone likes the one in the boxy packaging that's super sticky. I hate that one. I actually wore it on my grad day and I kind of regret that. But this one, so you use this end and then you use the gloss, or not the gloss, the lip balm on this end, and it stays. I have eaten some pretty crazy shit and it stays for like hours. I think the longest I wore this was 16. Not all colors are as opaque and nice as this one. This one is in the shade Timeless Rose. I did have a red one. I decluttered that pretty quickly because it didn't have the same opacity as this one. But if you like this kind of rosy nude color, it's gorgeous. And then lastly, Dose of Colors in the shade Bear With Me. This is a little light on me, so I do like to use a darker lip color and use this in the middle. But Dose of Colors has a really, really good formula. And the shade I do wear on its own occasionally. So, yeah. This one I would also recommend, and you can probably find some Jeffree Star Cosmetics dupes within their range. And then lastly, we just have regular stick lipsticks. I only have two. So we're going to start off with the Huda Beauty Power Bullet Matte Lipstick. This one is in the shade Anniversary. This color, when it's with the right eye look, it looks gorgeous on me. It stays. I never really have to reapply it. And then the actual shape of the lipstick itself is perfect for just applying, because I like to apply straight from the tube like most people, I feel. And then the next is, I like this formula in general, but this color especially. This is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Love Life, and it is the matte formula of it. There's cream, a matte, probably one other, I don't know. But it is a nice Cool Town red, almost. There we go. That's how you show a swatch. I have this one stay on all day. I very rarely have to reapply it. It doesn't really transfer, which is quite amazing. I like when a matte lipstick that's not, you know, a liquid stays all day. That's always a bonus, because then I don't have to reapply it because I'm lazy and I don't like to. So that's it for my lipsticks. Okay, and then the next formula product we're gonna go into is eyeliners. I use stick eyeliners in my waterline. I don't really use them for like actual eyelining. Sorry, that piece of hair is bothering me today. My favorite liquid eyeliner I don't have with me. I've actually run out. It is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, and since it is no longer Kat Von D, it is KVD Vegan Beauty, Discovery Beauty, Beauty. It is okay to buy. So for this, I only have 4 because I don't have a whole lot of eyeliners. I have 2 of the same brand and formula. This would be the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eyeliner. I have a mini in the shade Blacker, and then a full size in the shade Grapevine. This one is a gorgeous purpley color. And then this one's just black. I like to use the black one on my upper waterline. These ones stay, and they stay all day, which is very, very important if you're, you know, going places, doing things. I mean, not in quarantine, I hope. And then the next one is almost a dupe of those. It is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner Pencil. I have the shade See About It, which is a gorgeous blue color. I use this one all the time. I love this one so much. It's got the creaminess of the Marc Jacobs and the staying power of the Marc Jacobs. So if you can't afford the Marc Jacobs, because they're like $30-something, but you can afford a $20-something one. I know, not a whole bunch, but they're pretty good matches, and Fenty has some gorgeous colors. Like, I want more. And then lastly, so you remember the shit show that was the Raw Beauty Kristi and Pure launch? Yeah, well, some good came out of it. They sent everyone a free eyeliner. This is their On Point eyeliner in the shade Down to Earth. It is a brownie eyeliner. It's so good, actually. I didn't expect to like it because it was like a free gift for saying, hey, sorry we kind of sucked and let you down for 12 hours. But it's brown, neutral, but it's creamy and lasts, and that's what I look for when I'm putting something in my waterline. So yeah, that's that about those eyeliners. The next item I just have one of. It's the KEALEY eyeshadow base. This one specifically is Rumor 0.5. I like these for my shadows. Sometimes they're not the best for cutting the crease, because when you're putting them on the eye, you generally tap them out and then go in a shadow, which dries them down a bit. But when you cut your crease, it's still kind of wet and it can grab on to certain shadows and it's harder to blend. So make sure you're putting a thin layer when you cut your crease, is kind of what I'm saying. Okay. So next category, I only have 2 of, because I've just recently gotten to collecting face products. So the first one is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I have this one in the shade Birch. This is the lightest shade. They need to go lighter and they definitely need to go darker. This one is close to my skin tone already, but it is gorgeous. It does crease a little bit, but it is more of a creamy formula, but full coverage still. And it doesn't have a matte finish, which for under my eyes I do not want, but I do not want a radiant finish. So this is a perfect natural finish. It is expensive though, so keep that in mind. And then the next is actually a recommendation from Make Me Up Missa or Melissa. It is the Jouer Essential High Coverage liquid concealer. I have mine in the shade Snow. Good thing, this one's way too light. I actually need a darker shade. So yeah, these are my 2 favorites. And then for foundation, I didn't quite have 5, but I do have 4. One I am almost out of. It is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear long ass name foundation in the shade 1C0 Cameo. And this is the lightest shade, which is good because I'm like a pretty light shade, so I think that's kind of fair. I don't think it goes deep enough. From what I remember, I could be wrong because I haven't looked at it in forever. It's $60, which is about the average price for a higher end to middle end foundation. It is full coverage, it is matte, but it is not overly matte. I have dry skin. If I use a moisturizing primer for this, it looks so good. That's really all I can say about it. It is full coverage. And yeah, I'm almost out, which is a good thing. I can't wait to like repurchase it because I think I'm going to. And then the next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I have mine in the shade 130N, but I really like the formula of this. It's dewy, but not, I just dunked my face in water dewy. If you powder it, it stays all day. It looks gorgeous on the skin. It is a medium to full coverage. You do have to build it a little bit to get to full coverage, but I like that. Yeah, and I would say it's more of a natural than a luminous foundation, unless you don't powder. If you don't powder, then it's definitely luminous. And then the next one is again newer foundation that I'm still trying out, but from the times I've worn it so far, it is good. I do need a lighter shade of this, so you already know what it is. It is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. It is a natural looking foundation with a medium to full coverage. As you can see, that's what I like. It goes onto the skin gorgeously, it blends out gorgeously, good pigmentation, and basically everything I've said about the other foundations. And then this one is my all-time favorite foundation. It is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I know this one has an excellent shade range in my opinion. It is like $10, which nobody talks about how cheap Juvia's Place is. I didn't think they were cheap until I like looked at the products and I was like, people weren't telling me that they were this cheap. It is a matte foundation. Again, if you are super dry, I wouldn't use this, but I am just a little bit dry and I just moisturize and use a moisturizing primer, and this works beautifully. Okay, let's get into something fun. This is highlighters. So we are going to start with the star of the show, my favorite highlighter ever. This is Cookie. This is Benefit Cosmetics Cookie Highlighter. I think this is so gorgeous. I can't wait until it's in rotation again. It's got such a gorgeous gleam. and it's actually a good color on me, which sometimes is kind of hard to find, but like, because I don't always want icy, but I don't always want, you know, like I don't want to have to mix everything with an icy highlighter, but whatever. And then the ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter formula. This is in the shade Flexitarian. I don't know why the rest of their Super Shock highlighters aren't as good, but they're not. Flexitarian is like on cookie level. It's blinding, it's gorgeous, it gives a metallic sheen. People either love this or hate this formula. I love it. I use it with a brush, I just sweep it on, it doesn't take off my makeup underneath. It's a good one. Next is kind of also newer to me, but I've used it quite a bit in my rotation. It is an indie brand. The brand is named Stargem Cosmetics. It is their pressed highlighter in the shade Goat. I will link them down below. It's got this gorgeous duochrome pinky shade. It is so gorgeous. It looks a little rough in the pan, but it looks so smooth and gorgeous on the skin, and it's so reflective. This has quickly become a favorite, actually. I was surprised too. And then the next is a highlighter palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero highlight. I love this. I love that the range it has. I can use the deep shades, and people are gonna be like, no you can't. Yes I can. I mix this shade with this shade, and it creates a nice white gold highlighter that looks gorgeous. This is again a gorgeous glowy hoey highlight. I can't believe this is not gonna come back after this. So if you can get it, especially because I think it either is or was 40% off. Again, good price, love it. And then I know we're mentioning him again, but this is his best highlighter formula. It's my favorite highlighter formula. I'm so sad that I'm not gonna be able to pick this up again, but it is the Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro Palette. Now these shades are too dark for me, so I have to mix them with the white. But these three are so gorgeous. Like, the formula is so good on these. His regular single pan highlighters kind of hit a hard pan, but these haven't for me yet. So yeah, I'm a little sad that I won't be able to pick them up. So the next item we're gonna move into is lashes. I have 3 from the same brand. This will be Show Me Off lashes, or it's shortened to Smo lashes. Right now they're currently shut down, but they're coming back, hopefully, just due to the pandemic and sales and, you know, everything. So I have 3 of their pairs. I have a lot of their pairs, but these are my 3 favorites. This one is in the style Bad Bitch. You're gonna notice I like wispy. I like when they're longer on the end and shorter on the inner corner. I think that shoots my eye and face shape best. Then we have Successful, which is again that same style. And Show Me Off, which is, get it, Show Me Off lashes. Again, same style. Oh wow, I just noticed all these are the same style except for the pair I'm wearing today. And then we're going to go on to the last pair, which is the Fry lashes. Personally, I think these have the most comfortable band. I just dropped one. Whoops. But they are perfect. Most of these are faux mink minus the East Coast lashes. And yeah, these are my favorite. Again, they're all wispy, they're all flared style because that's what I like. Okay, and then we're gonna get into primers, which again, I don't have a whole bunch of. I like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, the clear one. This one is pretty cute. It's very blurring in my opinion. It hasn't bothered my skin at all, but I only use it under my eyes and on my forehead a little bit. And then this one is kind of newer to my collection again. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So good, so affordable, and it totally blurs me. I look like 12 again. And then this one I like because it's kind of moisturizing and I like the sticky feel. The Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, very good, very, very good. And then setting spray wise, I have the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray. I have it in the scent Peach. At first, I don't like the scent. I don't like the feeling of it. But the way it makes my makeup look is totally worth it. I definitely want to repurchase. And I'm almost out of it, so yeah. And then this one is a new one, but I think the spray and nozzle on it is super awesome. It is the Dominique Cosmetics and JD Wadey 180 setting or ultra hydrating fine mist. It's not a setting spray, but I use it as such. It doesn't leave my face sticky, and it kind of melts all the powder in, which is what I look for in a setting spray. Yeah, and then we're gonna go into bronzers. Okay, don't judge me for how this one looks. It is a cream bronzer, and there's no way to keep hair out of it, so like there's probably a roll of hair in there, and then probably some of my hair. I tried to get them out. I've been unsuccessful, and the compact itself has turned pretty fugly. But this is the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. As you can see, there is a huge dip in it because I use it like every fucking day. It blends gorgeously. I'm actually wearing it today. It blends out on skin gorgeously. It blends over powder gorgeously, which is something I really like. It has a good pigmentation without being like unworkably pigmented. That's really all I can say about it. And then we have a oldie but a goodie. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Sunkissed Bronzer. As you can see, they've hit pan on it. These don't go very dark, which is my one gripe with them. It smells so good though. Like, I don't know what it is, but it kind of smells like coconut sunscreen. The compact is kind of bulky, but I don't really personally care. You might. Silly dogs. And then this one is a newer product as well. This is the NARS Matte Bronzer in the shade Velarta. It is so light, which is good because I need a light bronzer like this because I am pale. It blends gorgeously. I love the tone on me. Looks gorgeous. And if you can find one in your shade, which I don't think their shade range is very good, do it. And then another bronzer with a not very good shade range is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. Awesome price for product, but this is in the shade medium. I'll tell you what, I am not a medium skin tone, I am a fair skin tone. So why the heck is this the medium shade? Because this looks gorgeous on me. This looks like a very good bronzer on me. So why is it the medium shade? Charlotte, listen to me, baby. Your products are good. Make them available for every skin tone. The fair one is like, you'd have to be lighter than me, which is only a shade or two that you can go lighter than me. So if I can wear this one and still be bronzed, then your deep is not deep enough. This should be for a medium skin tone, not a fair skin tone. And that's my biggest gripe, and it's gonna come with the next one. Marc Jacobs Omega Tantastic Omega Bronzer in the Coconut White Compact. It's the shade Tantastic. There is one shade darker. That is it. There are two shades. Disappointed in the shade range again, but the formula of these two is unfortunately really good. I hate to love them. If they work for you, you're gonna love them, but shade wise, poor. They need to just redo it. Lastly, we just have setting powders. I'm almost out of this one. I just have the remaining bit left in the actual top. It is the Beauty Bakery setting powder. I won't be repurchasing until also comes to Canada or Beauty Bakery launches something that I really like, but so far nothing's really caught my eye personally. But this setting powder, if you can get your hands on it because you're in the States and you get free shipping and you don't have to pay $15 plus customs, do it. Because it is definitely worth it. It's definitely a good price for what you get. It has lasted me like a year and a half almost. So, it's very good. This is the shade Oat. It's the translucent shade because I am translucent. And the next, this is her Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder. I have mine in the shade 1 Fair. Now I use a pressed setting powder to buff out everything to make it look smoother and to make my face look a lot smoother, more blended, etc. Change my makeup game, highly recommend to do that. Then my next setting powder is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I have my shade is Butter. Gorgeous. I hate the smell of it. Oh my god. Like, I know everyone loves it, but I hate it. It smells like my grandma. But if you like that, then do you. But for what you get so much product in here for like 40 bucks Canadian, I think it retails for. I don't know the US price of this one, sorry. I just price jump everywhere. But I use this to set under my eyes and it is gorgeous. It does not look cakey, crepey, anything. It just looks nice. I'm actually wearing it today. Yeah, so this was actually a long video with a lot of rants. But top 5 favorites in almost every single product range. Let me know if you own any of these, if you want to own any of these, if I've convinced you on a few of them, and what you think of everything. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!